Hey, and welcome to Tantrum House Studio 3. I'm Will Meadows.
And I'm Sara Meadows, and today we're looking at Deities Domination from Muffin Games.
In this game, players act as either malevolent or benevolent gods who are influencing the tribes of Earth in hopes of becoming the ultimate deity.
Deities Domination is a 3 to 4 player area control 4X and deck building game, and it's coming to Kickstarter soon, so let's take a look.
To set up the game, lay out 6 grassland tiles and organize the village and shrine cards.
Shuffle the monster deck and divide it into 3 piles on the monster layer board.
Then each player takes a player mat and selects a character. In turn order, players place a hero and a village on a space on the board, and then a second set after that.
Each player also takes a starting deck of cards. Special cards may be added to their deck depending on their character powers, and then they are ready to begin.
Each turn consists of 2 phases. During the tribute phase, the players may purchase tribute for 2 fervor. Once 5 tribute tokens have been gained, a token is placed on their score track, reducing the number of points they need for victory.
If a player has constructed a temple, all other players must pay them a tribute on their turn or reduce 4 of their abilities.
Phase 2 is the action phase, and players may build a structure by paying the required resources.
They may battle monsters by entering the lair and rolling the battle dice.
They may play 3 cards from their hand or permanently trash cards from their hand.
Cards include actions such as gaining power or fervor, spawning heroes or gaining boon, or sending famine to another tribe or decimating a crop.
Cards can be used to move heroes around the board and explore new lands as well. The first player to reach the end of his scoreboard and prove his godhoodliness wins the game. So we're looking at a deck builder, tile placement, resource allocation, 4X type of game that really plays in a pretty tight time frame.
Yeah, this one has some good things going for it. About a year ago we played it, and they've made a lot of modifications on just compressing it down and boiling it down to a very nice little game.
Yeah, the game that we played a year ago was not a good game, in all truth. It was very rough and had some crusty edges, and it had kind of a diamond in the rough type of thing. We sent some feedback to the designer. He pulled it back in. He really polished everything nicely. There's lots of new artwork, and the game really does have a much better finesse to it and really has some meat to the decisions that you get to make in the game.
Yeah, I think it's got some great replayability. There are 12 different characters you can choose from, and you'll only be playing 3 or 4 per game, so that adds to the replayability. The map is modular, and each of those terrain tile types has different pros and cons depending on what character you choose, so that can also add to the replayability of the game.
And there's a lot of just different paths to victory in general. What that character card allows you to do really helps you to kind of get in your groove and figure out how you should be playing the game. If you start off the game as Thor and you've got those 2 extra battle dice to begin with, like, you want to be in that monster lair scoring victory points. If you've got other characters that do different things, it might be better to explore the tiles and open up the terrain. It might be better to focus on building temples and sucking everyone else dry of their fervor and things. A lot of different ways that you can win the game.
Yeah, the one thing I enjoyed about it is it has a little bit of take that, but for being a battle game, I didn't feel like it was out of control. There are some characters who are a little more heavy-handed with their malevolent actions, so you can choose wisely when you choose your character.
The artwork for this game has come a long way. Lots of nice little illustration. We're obviously looking at a prototype version of the game, but the components in that have been really sharp. Hopefully that'll be reflected in the final version of the game. And then definitely check out their Kickstarter campaign as well, because it's likely that they'll have some stretch goals and improvements to the quality above that. If it sounds like something you would enjoy, we would definitely recommend that you check out their Kickstarter. Give Deities Domination a look, and if you enjoyed our video, be sure to subscribe to Tantrum House for more stuff coming all the time. In this game, players act as either malevolent or benevolent gods who are influencing tribes of humans. Cards can be used to move heroes around the board and explain.